Hello and welcome to this edition of Beyond the Politics, a regular examination of the events happening right here in the Quinte region of the people who work so hard behind the scenes to make it all happen. I'm your host, Paul Martin. Joining me, as always, my co-host, columnist for the Belleville Intelligencer, Colin Mackay.
Thanks, Paul.
And our guest for the third time for our 30th show and the second last show of 2021, the Mayor of Quinte West, Jim Harrison.
Yeah, pleased to be back. Thank you very much. Just 5 words you have to remember. Quinte West is the best.
That's one plug, the over-under for the show.
5.
I was going to say 3. It's a safe bet. So one of the reasons we wanted to have you back now, not just to talk about things that are happening over the holiday season and the new year and all kinds of things that are happening now, but the capital budget's been finalized, which will give us an idea of some of the things that are happening in Quinte West in 2022. So first of all, before we get into some of the details, what was it like putting together the capital budget for this year?
Just exactly the same as every other year. You know, we have people who work in our finance department, and we've got directors who work together all the time looking at what needs to be done, and we do those projects. And of course, in any municipality, we're not any different in Quinte West. You never get finished. You do a project here and you do a project there, and then there are more roads and waters and sewers and bridges, and they've got to be repaired. So we continuously look at a master plan in most cases, and if everything works the way it's supposed to, you follow that master plan to the best of your ability. But if something should, not go the way it's supposed to, you have to divert or do an exchange and keep on trucking.
So how much is the capital budget for 2022?
It's, for Public Works alone is $10.8 million. And that, of course, that's a small part of it. You've got the Willow Road Bridge estimated at $5 million, and it just goes on and on. So it's around $26 million in total. But we'll talk about different sections and
okay, we'll start. You brought
see
up
how it all adds up.
Okay, you talked about the Willow Road Bridge. Let's start there. That's a $5 million project.
Okay.
That's fairly big. Where along Willow Road is that bridge, and what really needs to be done?
Well, the Willow Bridge is just a little north of Murray Centennial Public School. That's where it is, and it crosses the CN and CP tracks. Mm-hmm. And the bridge in and of itself needs to have rehabilitation or be rehabilitated. So we're looking at the future growth. So the 401, someday the province is going to do some work on that 401 and really make it 6 lanes all the way to Cornwall. And in that process, we'll see the Willow Road, and we're prepared to expand the Willow Road from 2 to 4. And so this bridge that we're doing will be built and designed so that it can be expanded to accommodate the expansion of the Willow Road. And we're also talking with Ryan Williams because the bridge in Caring Place, which the federal government did do a few years ago, and decided that it didn't need a walkway on it and didn't need to be any wider, and so right now it still is not serving the public properly. So that bridge needs to be widened as well. So we're working with.
Jim, are you talking about like Highway 2 all the way up to, let's say, Telephone Road then? Is that roughly where you're going to have the 4 lanes?
We're talking Willow Road from
Right.
401 south.
Oh, south, right? Okay.
401 south.
We'll go past Murray.
Right on past Murray, right on down, and
So do you foresee then that eventually Willow Road and its extension end into the county would be 4 lanes all the way down?
Well, that's what should be, because we did a count on traffic back in Labor Day weekend and Thanksgiving weekend. Over 40,000 vehicles.
Wow.
40,000. And the first count we didn't include the upper bridge, which is on County Road 64, but the second count we included them all. Both bridges, and the traffic is, there's a large amount of traffic moving on that road.
How complicated is it to rehabilitate the bridge? Obviously, you're going to be putting some extra support in, but widening an existing structure must be fairly tricky.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's a $5 million project, so it is very, very tricky. But
how great has it been to have that? Because that was basically the last linchpin to sort of really creating at least a Trenton and Trenton area corridor of public transit through Loyalist College to Belleville. So how important for you personally was it to establish that and see it running?
Well, we worked on that for a long time. We worked on that, getting from Quinte West to Loyalist College. And, yes, it has happened. I think right now we've had over 300 people use that service. Fantastic. And of course, it allows people to live in Quinte West, go to school at Loyalist College. It allows you in Quinte West to get to an appointment in Belleville. You can get to the hub in Belleville and and we've got a pass that will take you on both buses, so you can, deal from A to B and still use the same pass. Like from my point of view as mayor, I enjoy Quinte West. I love Quinte West, but I think the Bay of Quinte region is what we're talking about. And how can we promote what's happening in this whole region? Is no better way than to allow people who maybe don't drive or don't want to drive in the wintertime. You can catch that bus and get to wherever you want to go and get to your appointments. And once you get to Belleville, get near hub, you can get back to the hub and get the Loyalists. And
you were just elected to a very prestigious post. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I put my name out on the ballot for election to the Ontario Association of Police Service Board. So I represent Section 2, which is between here and Cornwall, and there are members from all over the province who are there, and we get together on a regular basis to talk about issues that are specifically related to policing in the province of Ontario.
How helpful is it to be part of that, not just for networking, but to raise the profile of the area?
Oh, I think it's great that, and it helps me indicate to other people just what we have here. And we have a new detachment. You've got a new one here. We got fantastic police of a chief of police, and I have a great inspector, Christina Reeves, and Mike Callahan is yours, and they all work together so well. And we have a new community center attached to our detachment so that we can have different organizations in there, such as mental health and addiction, and we've got people right there. We have people who come in through the day and need some help or assistance.
Without further ado, I will turn you over for a holiday edition of Colin's Corner. Colin, take it away.
All right, Jim, do you have a favorite holiday tradition at all that you and your family might partake in? Or?
Well, we used to go skiing on holidays. I skied all over, from Whistler to Mount St. Anne to down in the, Killington, Vermont. We used to do that on a regular basis. But now, of course, if I get to Battawa, I've done well.
Beautiful facility, also in Quinte West.
Yeah, you bet it is. Battawa's great. If you can learn to ski in Battawa, you can ski in any other part of the world. The same skills, only a little higher. But I'd love to spend time with my family, and I hope I have a box at the Sports Center on the 28th of December. I bought one of the boxes. So
excellent. So do you have a favorite beverage that you like to indulge in during the holidays?
That's a loaded question.
I'm so static and I guess old and set in my ways that the beverage I drink today is likely the same as I'll drink tomorrow, which is a coffee and a tea and maybe some water.
So it doesn't change at holiday time.
And I don't change that much, no. And with my job, I can't. I have to be ready to respond to anything at any time.
Right.
And I can't drive unless I'm prepared to drive properly, safely. So
do you have a favorite gift that you like to get or give to somebody or receive?
Just a nice card that says, Happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and something that indicates that your kindness is overflowing, And this time of year, I think all of us make efforts to be kind to other people and make sure that they are.
So that would be your holiday wish for everybody?
That would be my holiday wish for everybody, is be kind and enjoy the season, enjoy what the season offers. And we're blessed in Canada. Yes, we're not always sure what our weather's going to be, but that's a sort of a blessing, because you got things to look forward to. You've got things that you can do on different days.
It always changes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We talked about the levy. You said the levy won't be held, but you'll be developing a message to be delivered to people.
Yes, yes.
If you had a message to deliver to people as we now start 2022, which will be the third year now we've been dealing with COVID, what would that be? What's the message that you want to get out to people as they're going through the holidays and looking forward to 2022?
Well, as I already said, I think the message is that, you know, you look after yourself, look after your family, do what you have to do to make sure that they are going to be safe and healthy, and then share your good fortune with other people. Remember those, you know, military people who, you know, maybe have to get on a plane and fly to someplace because of something that's gone wrong, or not just exactly the way it should be. So you want to have an opportunity to say thank you to them, support your healthcare system, support the hospital, support those workers. Anything you can do to make a little healthy, a little happier for somebody, I think that's my message to support.
That doesn't even have to be a big thing. It can just be a little thing.
No.
Give them a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
Right. That's right, exactly. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes left. Now that you've finished the capital budget, the operating budget will be next.
Yeah.
How big a challenge will that be this year?
Well, it shouldn't be any more difficult this year than any other. We have a little bit of funding left from COVID. Well, I haven't seen a lot of tax arrears, so most things are going relatively well that way.
Is it challenging because of the increases in assessment?
Well, they've only done a few of them right now, but that assessment could hit some people very hard because the property value has gone crazy. And housing, like it used to be able to buy a lot in where I live in Murray Ward, 20 to 30,000 to buy you a lot. Now a lot is anywhere between 150 and 200,000. Same.
That's just for the lot.
That's just a lot. That's nothing else. You got to get your well, everything else. So
We got about 10 seconds left. Quickly, the election's coming up next fall. Are you in?
oh yeah, I'll be in. As long as I'm healthy, I'll be in.
And it doesn't get clearer than that. Thank you so much, Quinte West Mayor Jim Harrison.
You're welcome.
This
Merry
has been
Christmas.
a very special holiday edition of Beyond the Politics.